it's connected just with a live and an earth, but it's live. What the actual F? And it looks like the neutral cable is like melted and burnt. So what they've done, they've taken the earth cable off this socket and they've wired it into the neutral to go to the other socket. So instead of running a new cable, they've just used the earth as the neutral, which is just staggeringly dangerous.
My name is Andy, the Brit in Hungary. I'm not a builder, I'm a teacher and a former professional pilot, and DIY is normally something I do just for fun. But last year, me and my wife bought a mouldy, decrepit flat in Budapest, and we turned it into 2 luxury apartments all by ourselves. This year, we've decided to do it all over again, and we've just bought ourselves another mouldy old flat to renovate. So as you can see, we've had a bit of a cold period here in Hungary. But it's not stopped me cooking. And fortunately, the new flat, where I'm off shortly, has got fully functional central heating. Oh, the luxury.
Yeah, so I'm actually quite excited about getting started on this. You would have thought I'd had enough from the last one. But this one, again, well, compared with before, this one just seems a doddle. I think we can get this polished off really quickly. I want to keep it simple. We don't want to go quite as luxurious as last time, mainly because it's just going to be bloody students. And I know when I was a student, I just wanted to be like warm, comfortable, safe, and a really fast internet these days, I suppose, is the things. So yeah, we're just going to try and do that. So we're going to make it nice, but we're not going to make it luxurious. One of the main reasons is to keep the costs down, because we're absolutely broke after buying this. And also I want to get it all sort of polished off fairly quickly, because I don't want to spend another summer, like plastering and painting. I'd like to get this finished by the spring. I've been here a couple of times now, and I've sort of made a few measurements and made a few notes, and I've got a pretty good idea what I want to do. So I'll show you around quickly and see what you think. And if you've got any better ideas, by the way, feel free to tell me, because I'm still an amateur, don't forget.
So, as ever, messy jobs first, I think. These tiles, hideous 1970s, gotta go. So we'll get those up first. This arch, Kitti tells me these were really trendy about 30 years ago. But it's hideous. That's got to go. It's only plasterboard, and I think it's nothing too serious. Tiles in here got to go. All these awful tiles here got to go. Not too bad for sockets in here actually, but there's something a bit sketchy about that one. That's been on fire at some point. So yeah, brand new sockets, new tiles on the wall. New tiles on the floor, and no arch, and brand new kitchen. Tick. So in here, the first room, like I mentioned before, there's going to be a door here. Immediate problem is that these switches will then be on the wrong side of the door, so that has got to go just there. That's okay. And then into this room, for some reason, they put these awful sort of wooden things on. They're going to go, because that looks bloody awful. Convector, that's going to have to stay. I hate those things, but it's a bit wobbly, so I'll straighten that up, tidy that up a bit. One socket, the TV, etc. is going to go here. So what I'll probably, double socket in there, get rid of that horrible thing, and I'll probably run some more sockets to here. And everything needs a bit of a paint we'll probably need a double socket on this wall somewhere. I imagine the sofa's going to be here, so I'm thinking just there. And this floor, again, I'm keeping it simple. We can probably just give it a good clean and put some of that floor paint on it to tart it up a little bit, and then just put some brand new sort of edging strips on, and it's not so bad. And then up here, again, floor is possibly salvageable. Get rid of those though. And I don't know where they bought all these light fittings from. I think Steptoe and Son, I think. They've all got to go. They look bloody awful. Again, one socket here. That's no bloody good. The bed's probably going to be there. So probably, I don't know, double socket there. So there's some cables to run. Some new lamps would be marvellous.
If I was still in the UK, I wouldn't dream of messing around with electricity. But here, I'm fairly relaxed about doing it. And the difference is because in the UK, they've got a very different way of doing things. You know, like driving on the wrong side of the road and milking your tea and all those weird British things. Yeah, they use something called a ring main or ring circuit system. And from what I can gather, it came about after the war. There was a shortage of copper. And this ring main system, it allows you to put more electricity into a place using less copper. And in that way, it's really, really good. But for an amateur like me, it makes it fiendishly complicated. However, in Europe and most other normal parts of the world, they have a much simpler system, like radial circuits. So you have the fuse box, the consumer unit, and you have one circuit that goes out to a plug, comes back, another circuit goes out to another plug, comes back. And it's much simpler. It's just like your classic circuits in a physics lesson at school. And the main disadvantage is that it uses lots of cable, and you've got to make lots of cable runs. But it's just dead easy. And the other disadvantage, I suppose, is that you have to have lots more breakers in the fuse box in the consumer unit. So you tend to have a more complicated, bigger consumer unit. But for an amateur like me, it's just a dream come true. The other big difference is that sockets in Europe, and I think probably the rest of the world, they don't have switches. And I've got no idea why the Brits have switches. If anybody knows, I'd love to know. And also, there's no fuses in the plugs. All the protection is done at the fuse box, at the consumer unit. And again, I don't really know why the Brits have fuses in the plugs. And I would love to know if anybody knows. Actually, 3, 2, 1, stop. I've just removed this socket and it's connected just with a live and an earth, but it's live. What the actual F? Oh, did I say I was going to be finished by the spring? Okay, I've just I've found the culprit, and it's even more alarming than I thought. So this is the next, or the previous socket on the circuit, and there's been some kind of fire in there, and it looks like the neutral cable is like melted and burnt. So what they've done, they've taken the earth cable off this socket, and they've wired it into the neutral. To go to the other socket. So instead of running a new cable, they've just used the earth as the neutral, which is just staggeringly dangerous. There's no like earth protection on this socket or the other one, so bugger arse. I've had a bit of a dig around, and I've found there's an old coax cable is running through the same trunking to the same socket. So I'm going to try and I've put some new neutral wire, and I'm going to try and pull it through from the other side. Here goes nothing. So far, so good. Just when you go around the bends, it tends to be a bit of a problem. Beauty! Thank you, universe. Wow, that was easy. Well, it's 6 o'clock. That'll do. I can't really do anything else, to be honest. Yeah, it's been a really good day. I've got all the sockets done, all the electricity done for this little room anyway. I've got to give all the plaster another sort of skim over tomorrow. And then Kitti is arriving later tonight, I should say. So she's going to do like the last bit of plastering. She's going to patch up all the wallpaper and do all the painting. So we're easily on schedule to get this room finished by the time we go home on Sunday. The only slight cock-up is that now it's time to tidy up, because I want to get everything nice and clean and dust-free for when she comes. But I forgot to bring a broom, dustpan, brush, bin bags, anything. So I'm a bit stuck. So I'm going to see if I can find a shop somewhere to get some stuff to clean up. Oops. Fortunately, I managed to find some bin bags and sweeping up stuff. And yeah, got the bedroom looking nice and cosy. I've also I've just fitted the sockets, and they all yeah, they're all working now. And yeah, a nice double socket here, and it all works. And yeah, down here too. Much better, much safer. And the door frame is in,
and the door's ready to go on. I'll probably hang it on properly tomorrow when all the glue and all the crazy foam and everything is dry. But the door's done as well. And that'll be nice because we can keep it sort of clean in here while we do all the dusty stuff in the rest of the flat. Anyway, see you in the morning.
Saturday morning, enjoying lovely coffee in our luxurious kitchen.
It's quite far from that.
Yes, but got to use your imagination, yeah. Anyway, yeah, things are going really well. We're about a day ahead of schedule already. So while Kitti is painting next door today, I'm going to get started in the kitchen. And these walls are appalling. So I'm going to plasterboard the whole kitchen out, and I might try and get that all done today. So yeah, it's going really well. Are you happy?
A bit tired.
Yeah, you don't really like this sort of primitive early part of the projects.
Not really.
No, but in a few weeks it'll be a bit more luxury. So, but yeah, it's going really well.
Yes.
So I don't know what this is. There's a piece of bell wire, speaker wire, that appears to run all the way around the kitchen wall. I really hope that doesn't go to a socket somewhere. Who knows in this place? That's it. Sunday. What time is it?
1 o'clock.
Oh, Sunday lunchtime. We're going home. That's it. We have finished, and we've done loads more than we thought we were going to do. And I've got to say, we're both absolutely exhausted. I fell down the stairs yesterday, and I'm black and blue all over.
And I spilled the paint.
Yeah, it was, we dropped a full tin of paint outside on the street as well. Yeah, so that wasn't. Yeah, so we're both really tired. We need to go home and have a
and
rest.
wash my hair.
Yeah.
For example, because this bathroom is not suitable for
no, the bathroom.
bath.
The bathroom is
it's
just
a shithole.
It is literally. Yeah, it's horrible. Yeah. But anyway, I'm looking forward to going back to work tomorrow to have a rest. Ooh, we're both exhausted, but we've absolutely smashed it. It's brilliant. Yeah. So we're really pleased.
Yes.
All right. We'll catch you next time.